Hello, my name is Antano Woods here, and I'll be talking about why football players have it more the hard way than just a regular student at a college. Football players, student athletes as well, that is in college, has it harder than regular students because football players also have to work on whatever they're doing as a sport. For instance, I'm in football, so I'm gonna take football as a sport. So in football, like you have to learn the plays, you have to know who your teammates are, you have to get well with the coaches. You have practices, you have meetings, you have game day types of situation, and also you have to manage school on top of that. So going to classes throughout the week, having to meet on Zoom with your professor if you have an online class like how I do. For me, I only have 4 online classes this semester because I don't really feel too good in going to in-person classes. So I like to have online classes. It will help me better throughout my schooling. But with football players in college, it's really tough on them because they have a lot of weight on their shoulders. Like students that be going to college, all they go to college for is to earn a degree or a diploma, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But it just seems like they have a little less more on their plate than how regular student athletes do. So like for football, like throughout a week, so like we practice 5 days out of the week, and we have a game on Saturday. This is during the season. So during the season is where it's obviously in the fall for football. So that's where school and football matters most, but mostly school, because if you have to work on school, you need to work on school in order for you to get on the football field. So if you have bad grades, you can't go play on the field. So during in season, for a football player, it's pretty tough because it is really busy throughout the whole fall for 4 or 5 months, because we have practice, games, meetings, and we're traveling too, so we also don't play whole games. So these past 2-3 weeks, we played Southern Utah, which was home. We played USC, which was in LA. After USC, we played Hawaii, which was in Hawaii. And then our 4th game, we only played 4 games so far. Our 4th game was Western Michigan, and we played in Michigan. So these past 2 weeks was pretty hard on me as a football player because we was doing a whole lot of traveling, and I had to do homework at the hotel to wherever I was traveling, because I couldn't do homework by the time I came back after travels because it would be late, and also that I wouldn't get a good grade in my class. So like, for example, this speech right here, I'm doing it pretty late because we traveled from Western Michigan, and we got back like Sunday like around 6 p.m. It was a long flight. Traveling from Hawaii to Michigan, that's over like 6,000 miles. 2 different time zones. You're in the Pacific. You go to Hawaii, that's 3 hours behind. You go to Detroit, that's 3 hours ahead in Pacific time zone. So that time zone really like changes and kind of messes up your work, but you're just gonna have to get used to it and fight through it, because that's how being a student athlete is in college. Also, how I feel like being a student athlete is college is it's pretty tough, because as a regular student athlete, you just go to school and you go to your classes. I mean, as a regular student, not a student athlete. If you're a student, you just go to your classes. You just, you do whatever you got to do for you to finish school, and then you go about your day outside of school as a student. But as a student athlete, you have to, go to practice, you have to go to meetings, you have to make sure your work is on top of pace, and you know what you're doing. And also you got your outside life too. So like, just outside of football and outside of school, you have, like your personal life, when you come back home, grab groceries, take a shower, eat, play on the game, just personal stuff that you would do outside of football and school. But overall, I really believe that student athletes in college have it a little bit harder than regular students that'll be going to their college. Thank you.